Hello YouTube. This video is just a quick rundown of my Railjack setup to clear Steel Path Railjack after the 5th hotfix of the Jade Shadows constellations. And yeah, let's get into the components real quick. I'm having both that key shield array and reactor. The shield array is for the quickest or like the lowest recharge delay for the shields because the enemies are like hit you so hard you would need to be like as tanky as possible. And recharging shields faster means more chances at shield gating before they damage your health. And Lavan engines for the best boost speed. Lavan plating for the most effective health points. It has like the highest or like the best balance between shield and armor. And ZK reactor just for the 60% strength and 40% range. For the turrets, the new MK4 turrets, ZK Photor is the best if you have Jade, like you playing Jade. If you don't have Jade, then the Carsonox, if that's the name, is the second best. But you have to aim a lot with this one. This one is easy to like hit people with. This one is kind of harder, but it's reliable without Jade. You can kill enemies really, really fast with it. But Jade is almost a must-have because you have the Railjack abilities, which I'll get into here in the modding section. Need Jade to do some killing uh, if you're playing solo. If you have a group or a party, it will be hard, but it's doable. Like, it's very, very doable in groups to do Steel Path Railjack, specifically in Veil Proxima. But solo is just too difficult. I recommend running a party, even with Jade. And if you have everything min-maxed, like I do, please do run Railjack Steel Path with a party, not just solo. Maybe duo could work, but solo is just too hard and too slow to even think it's worth it. So yeah, for the modding, I have the pilot modding and the turret modding, but this one is for like pre-made tryhards. If you are sure 100% you're not gonna pilot the Railjack, you gotta pick this setup. But for the general use, you choose the pilot setup, which is basically more survivability in the aura, and we have 3 speed increase mods: Conic Nozzle, Iron Burn, Cruising Speed. For the damage, all of these. Yes, including faction damage mod, because they matter in that case. Like, we need to squeeze out as much damage as possible for our turrets, and also crit damage, even more damage, and crit chance, and more base damage. As for the battle abilities, this is our like killing ability that will use a lot to kill enemies, and Jade affects it somehow. Like, I go from like 5k damage to like 12k or something with my Jade build. I will show it after this. Shadow Burst is for the objectives in the Grenier skirmish missions. You can just throw it on the objective and it destroys the red markers really quickly without even looking at them. Blackout bolts is just to stun the crew ship to make it easier for the forward artillery guy. For tactical, I don't use this. You could use this if you're like in a sticky situation where you like having a lot of enemies and surrounded and the Railjack keeps dying. You could use this. I never use that. I just use form up if my teammates are too slow or like they don't know how to TP back to the Railjack after the mission is done. So yeah, that's it from the Railjack. All these 3. Crew member doesn't matter because you're gonna play in the party. Intrinsics all maxed, of course. And yeah. As for the Jade setup, the most important stuff to have are Arcane Sculptor, because the efficiency from that arcane somehow affects your Railjack energy drain when using Seeker Volley or like any other ability. As for my helmet, it's Bright Bonnet, and the reason I have Bright Bonnet is because the energy restore from it stays for like a long time on the ground, and when you spawn 2 of them, the energy pulses are really fast. It can compensate, like, when you spam abilities, you get a lot of energy back. Not to mention the strength going out of it to buff your Deathbringer. which is the damage increase coming from Jade that affects the turrets. And yeah, this is the setup. As much strength as possible. I opted in for precision intensify instead of umbra intensify because energy regen is much more important than more strength for the second ability. So yeah, that's my setup. Circumvent is just an extra layer of survivability. If you're like fighting a boarding party or you're doing the objective yourself, you just roll through the enemies, steal the overguard and armor, and you're just chilling. And for her shards, strength shards, we're stacking as much strength as possible. Weapons can be whatever you want. And yeah, that's it for the Jade setup. And this is it for the video for a Steel Path Railjack setup. I'm gonna be farming Railjack live on Twitch. Make sure to check that out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.